Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Gotta give it to the man himself. Emmett Jones is doing the things that he do best, bringing in a commitment from consensus 4-star composite 3-star wide receiver Emmanuel Choice. Bring him into the fold, which gives us 4 wide receivers so far in this class. And I'm going to explain why I said so far a little bit later, but we got to dive into Manny Choice. Let's look at the measurables, watch a little film, and talk about what he means to this 2025 class. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. Look, Emmett Jones is on once again a heater. Dude is bringing in the talent that we've been looking for, the talent that we love to have here at Oklahoma, keeping the wide receiver standard at the highest of levels. And the pickup of Manny Choice is not one to be overlooked. So we're going to jump into Choice's measurables. We're going to dive into that film. And once again, I'll explain to you why I say only 4 right now, because I think a 5th and maybe a 6th is down the line. All right, let's look at the numbers. Y'all see it here. Manny Choice, 6'4", 190-pound wide receiver at Lancaster, Texas. All right, so we got ourselves another Texas wide receiver. On 3 is the only one that has him rated as 4-star. They also has him as a consensus top 250 player in the country, which is pretty good. Everybody else has him roughly 3-star in the 50 to 70 range at wide receiver, but it kind of makes sense. With him, he is one of those players that has the talent. Seems like there's a lot of rawness to him. But I'm going to be honest, man. When I watch the film on him, yeah, I see why Emmett Jones wants him, right? I'm going to give you this comp. The comp for him, for me, he reminds me of Nick Six. And I say that because Nick Anderson, when he got here, he was only a 3-star wide receiver. He was not looked at. About the same height, 6'4", roughly about the same pounds, around 190. And Manny has really good hands. I think if there's anything to improve on him, it's going to be the route running. But the dude can run a fly. Dude can run a fade. And he has nice hands. He pulls that ball in. He catches at a high point, too, in some of these videos. But he's another one of those wide receivers that I recognize that Emmett Jones wants to have size on top of the speed and shiftiness, right? He likes to keep a balance. Dude 6'4", right? Like, we talk about the size that we're going to have next season here, right? If you put out there Nick Anderson at 6'4", Jaden Gibson at 6'5", you put out there Ivan Carrion at 6'6", right? And then one of them big old tight ends at about 6'4", or whatnot. You got a huge lineup. And he's got speed. He can break away. He's a track kid, so he does hurdles. I think he did 100 and 300 in hurdles. So he runs. And so because he's a track kid, that tells you, oh, okay, we good. We got a dude that's got enough speed to really stand out. And he's one of those fade candidates, right? Watching in the film, you see him catching a lot of fade routes. You're catching him going just straight lines. All you got to do now at this point is really refine his route running. And I bet you he's going to be a massive threat, right? Knows how to come back, get the deep ball. He's got all the tools that works into what Emmett Jones is doing here at the wide receiver role. Same thing with what Seth Littrell is going to definitely use him for. Those soft touches and those high points, right? We'll be doing that, especially going into the SEC. You want to make sure that you can be able to chunk that thing up in the air. But, dog, your boy got excited seeing it. I'm like, wait, we got Manny Choice just comes out of nowhere with it, right? So that's the 4th one. You add him with a Marcus Harris as well as a Grayson Harris, and then Elijah Thomas, which Elijah, the 6'1" wideout, that dude's nasty out of Chakota, Oklahoma boy. So, hey, man, this class is going to be lit for Emmett. And I say that this is the 4th because there's a chance for a 5th, right? You saw that there were crystal balls that went out for, was it Cortez Mills, wide receiver? Another one that Emmett Jones was looking at. He was here with Marcus Harris last week, and he obviously really liked Oklahoma to the point of everybody tossed in crystal balls and some predictions went in for him to come here. Oklahoma has a good chance of landing them. So that gives you your 5th wide receiver, right? So we're wondering, all right, there's some few other ones we had looked at. You had the Andrew Marshes of the world. You have Caleb Cunningham, the 5-star out of Mississippi. You had a few players that are still potentially on the docket. I don't think we land a 6th, but I can totally see us going with the 5th because based upon the roster landscape and the way things are set up, there's a chance we could lose 4 wide receivers to not only the draft, just leaving because of graduation, right? We know Jalil Farouk's gone. You know that if Nick Anderson has a season, he's gone. Deion Burks is expected to be gone because he's expected to have a season. And comes back healthy, looks really good. Between Andrell Anthony and Jaden Gibson, one of those two could end up being league-wide as well. We don't know, but I'm telling you this, man. Don't be surprised. So, y'all see that excitement. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know your thoughts. How you feeling about what this guy's doing with the job? I think this the man. He the man himself. He killing it. He cooking. Tell me what you think. If you made it this far, you like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Would love to hear from you all. And y'all join this conversation. Talking OU football, SEC, and college football in general. Having a blast doing it. All right. Got another video coming. We'll be live later tonight to talk about this. We're going to have some other content coming down the line. I've got a recruiting video on the recruiting channel, Sooner or Later Sports. That's coming down as well. So, yeah. Let's get excited. Talk soon. Peace.